Alright, what is up everybody? It is the Zip Zap Zop, and today we're doing our first ever build contest. With me now is Daxmaster93.
Yeah, probably should have said that.
Well, it's okay. Alright, so these build contests will be pretty simple. I'm just going to allot an amount of time for you to build, and you'll get a 32 by 32 plot, and you'll have to make something. So for this one, it's a garden. Just a simple, straightforward garden, something kind of, natural-like within the actual confines of the space there. That's the idea behind this. Everyone gets creative mode, no world edit or anything like that. And, yeah, so competing today we have Evanil2, NickHuet, Defensive Bias, Vincent J11, Erect Finger, Awesome Dude 20, and yoyopains, or as you guys might know him, Chosen Mage. So those are our competitors today. I'm going to go ahead and speed the video up now so you guys do not have to watch the entire 20 minutes real time. I will bring it back down to normal speed at the end, or near the end, and then we will do the reviews. Here we go.
fence bias kind of has given up at this point. I mean, I guess this is the park of the fountain, I guess.
Indeed. All right.
And we also have X Hunter, who was the winner of
He was the winner of the
trial
previous
build
contest that we did not record, unfortunately.
Yep.
All right. The contest is done. Everyone.
Right. Everyone should be going in front of their builds. Let's see. What end do you want to start with?
Let's start at Evanil and move
All right.
right. All right. So first up, we have Evanil 2 to the far left here, and let's see what we got here. I'm not sure I'm a fan of how he sunk this pathway, and I would have preferred to see something around the edges. Although I do like that it adds some sort of three-dimensionality. I respect that. I think it would have been better with a bordering around it. Somehow make it more defined as a pathway. This structure up here, I'm not sure about this. It's kind of empty. It seems like it would have made more sense to have vines and flowers and other stuff like that around generally. And I don't understand. I would have preferred to have seen something else other than that, a second creeper face right there. It's fine just to have one, I think, but you shouldn't repeat it. I would have preferred to have seen something else different. So, for Evanil 2s, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 6 out of 10. I like the general concept, though I think he could have done a lot of stuff better, like the centerpieces, completion, and general stuff in the pathway. So, that is my opinion on Evanil 2s. Moving right along. Alright, so next up is NickHuet, right here. He has, this one's interesting. I don't really know. I can tell right away the center is not quite what I want it to be, and he's missing one block right there. He's missing a single block, so that's a little strange. I don't really care, I guess. I see the idea, but I love how the outside of this is with the whole vines and sandstone blocks and such, and the whole ring around it. It's just that when you actually reach the center, like this, it leaves a lot to be desired. There's no cool centerpiece, but I think if you had integrated one, this would have been a lot better. It would have scored a lot higher than what it is currently. So, yeah, that's my opinion on this one. It has a great exterior, but a poor centerpiece, and leaves a lot to be desired there. So, I'm going to give NickHuet a 7 out of 10. He obviously had something good going. I think that if he had just expanded upon his design more, had a cool sandstone centerpiece, things would have gone much better. Alright, so next up is Defensive Bias. I'm pretty sure he wants out of the contest. He didn't finish in time. I'm kind of passingly reading the chat here. But just judging off of what's here right now, this there's not a whole lot really. There's a small, somewhat terraformed elevated platform with a single fountain, and at the very beginning of a pathway right there. So just judging off of this, I'll say 3 out of 10 because it's very not completed and just, I don't know, needs work to be done. Just judging off of what's there, because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I said I was going to do, and that's what I will do. But anyways, moving right along, here we have Vincent Jet 11. This design is interesting. I'm not sure. I can tell right away that it's very symmetrical, and I would have kind of preferred to avoid the neat squared angles in a garden somewhat. It would be interesting to see a bit more naturality, if that's a word. And also, I don't like how he's kept everything on a single plane, basically, because he's kept everything just built on that one layer. Nothing goes above layer 1 except for his trees, and so it's not very three-dimensional in that aspect. So I'll give Vincent Jet a 7 out of 10. Next up is Erect Finger, and I like this one. So far, just what I'm looking at here, it's interesting. The quartz building, I do like that. It's interesting. I feel like maybe something else in the center there. This bridge, I'm not sure. I know it's very difficult to make bridges on angles like that, especially if they're so small and you're using fences. Then it's really difficult to make one look good. So, I do respect that he put the time in to actually make something like that, and I do like it, generally speaking. I mean, it's hard. It's really difficult to make that. I like how he integrated the creek, and there's no real kind of no real explanation for why there's random patches of crops. I mean, it might just be kind of for aesthetic purposes. So, I don't know. But I do like this one. I think I like this one the most. I even like how he lit up the trees. So, for rating this one, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. It's my favorite one I've seen so far because it integrates buildings, bridges, lighting fixtures, and has a creek and everything. I think that this one has the best so far. It's three-dimensional, has a lot of character. So, 8.5 for Erect Finger. Okay, next up is Awesome Dude 20. His almost feels more like a fortress because of the brick and iron bar things. Feels like a prison of some sort. So, I'm not a big fan of this outside wall. Once you go inside, though, it appears he's got some interesting stuff. He's actually one of the few people to make a gazebo, if maybe the only, so I do like that. I love how he has a natural hill there, and his bridge is very basic, and I can respect that, I guess. You want to do what you know you're good at, but that would have taken literally 5 seconds to create. I would have appreciated seeing, like, some higher rails, a bit more realism, I don't know, an arch, or just something else. And then over here, from what I'm seeing, this whole side of the creek is basically blank. He has a few saplings there that he's probably going to work on, but this whole side just generally leaves a lot to be desired for me. I like the opposite side here, but there's just trees and nothing else. I would assume that he ran out of time and just didn't end up finishing. So for Awesome Dude, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 6. I think it would have been a lot better if he had worked a bit more, divided his efforts better between the two halves of the creek, and also had made the exterior out of something else. That whole brick and iron bar thing throws me off quite a bit. And alright, last but not least is yoyopains, and this one looks interesting. Well, we'll have to see here how it turns out. So, he's used cobblestone for pathways, which I'm not entirely in favor of. But everyone else used gravel, so at least he was doing something different. Another elevated centerpiece. I do like his little waterfall there, and one thing I'm seeing though is I would have preferred to have seen some more substantial dividers. I would say like that door there. I'm fine with the bushes as they are like now, but I would have preferred to have seen fences or something else used in contrast to just more bushes. It kind of is a lot of the same material. Yeah, exactly. So I do like that. I like how he has clusters of trees and small ponds, and he was one of the very few people to integrate potted plants effectively around his benches and such, and flowers as well. So I do like how that turned out, and I am a fan of that overall. So, overall, I would rate this one probably second best out of the ones I've seen so far. I'll probably give this one an 8. I really like it, just that I think it could use a few more, it could be a bit more varied in terms of entryways and such, and have a bit more substantial layering around. Maybe the centerpiece, maybe the outside, just one of them. I'm fine keeping like leaves as one of them, but just generally speaking, I'd prefer to see some variety. So that's it. That is the result. First place goes to Erect Finger. Second place goes to yoyopains. And third place goes to NickHuet. Thanks to everybody who participated. It was a lot of fun. But in the future, if you would like to participate in one of these builds, you can do that. Just join my server. The IP will be on the screen right now, and it'll be at the very top of the description. And we'll hold them periodically. We'll have a set schedule at some point soon that we don't yet, so for now, just kind of drop by and check in if you are interested. So, yeah, I'm the Zip Zap Zop. I would like to thank you guys for watching. Congratulations to Finger for getting first place, and yoyopains, it was a noble effort. See you guys next time.